Hello, and welcome to the Inside the Locker Room. Today we will be hitting the importance of teamwork, practice sessions, and the rough inside the field. Join us together with my co teammate Daniel as we hit on what it takes to be successful in and off the game of inches.
So let's talk about practice. And if I'm going to be honest, our practice wasn't so much of a practice. It was just almost as if you call up your friends and just get a bunch of balls and just hit them as far as you can. That's really all it was. There wasn't no training. No one was learning. And that's one thing I really hated because it didn't prepare us for games.
I agree with you on that, Daniel. I also feel sad about the fact that we literally have enough players to divide our team into two groups to basically play a scrimmage games, but we didn't. Scrimmage would have helped a lot because it works as if it's an actual match, right? We would have learned a lot from it, and speaking of learning, we also did not go over some baseball rules or microplay. The fact that there are numbers of players in our team that did not actually know how to play baseball is a big letdown. Our biggest letdown was, I think, the lack of chemistry within our team. But because I think, Daniel, you have more experience in baseball, I think you're more suitable on explaining how different and impactful baseball teamwork is. And what do you think we could do better this year to improve our teamwork?
Well, I think teamwork is hard to have in baseball because it's so different. It's not the same thing as basketball or soccer where it'll be like, oh, they have good teamwork when you see them passing the ball around really nicely. This baseball is different. You need to have good relationships with your teammates so that you know how they are, how they feel. You can tell when they're down and to keep them up mentally. If you don't do that, then your whole morale of the team is going to be down when you're losing, when it should be hopeful with hopes that you can get back into the game and maybe even win it. I mentioned teamwork and how it's a little bit different from basketball and soccer and how it's more mental. And I think it really connects with how in baseball you need a really strong mentality and high mental fortitude because if you're weak mentally, then you're not going to be able to succeed. That's why I also mentioned the fact that you need to have teammates to be able to read your face and read your body language to help pick you up because in baseball to be an elite player you fail 7 out of the 10 times. To be an average player you fail 8. So baseball is a game of failure, and I believe if you do fail you have to minimize that failure or that mistake, right? If you're fielding a ground ball, that's a pitcher's failure. The hitter was able to hit the ball.
Damn, I completely agree with you on that, Daniel. I was just gonna add, like, I play right outfield and you play pitcher. So obviously you guys are inside the base, the diamond, and we are basically far from the actual base. So is there like any difference between like how you guys would do teamwork inside the base and compared to us outfield? Because normally for us outfield, because like we're separate, we're very far from each other, so we don't really have like time to chit chat or stuff like that. But like you guys are inside the base. How is your teamwork like different from us
Well,
outfielders?
I know what you mean. I think like we get more action on the field, more balls are hit to us, especially at our high school level. There isn't much in the outfield. Me as a pitcher, I know I actually recently learned that I can't let balls and strikes get to me. I can't let things that I can't control get to me. And almost like you win some, you lose some sort of thing. In terms of the um, the infielders, I would say it's good to have a good relationship with them because it'll allow you to have almost this mental connection where you're all within rhythm, and then it's all just on the fly, good communication. I think this all also brings, like I mentioned, relationships. It also builds possible memories, right? The better you, the better relationships you have with your teammates, it gives for more memorable moments. Those intense games where you're neck and neck, and one of your teammates gets that go-ahead run will just make such a memorable moment. And I think that's great for everyone to experience. I've been playing baseball / softball for a while, so I think I have a good amount of memorable moments, at least for myself personally. But I want to hear from you, Angelo. What, in your, I would say, short time playing and the few games you've actually played.
Come on.
But I want to know, what's your most memorable moment?
Okay, so basically this is my first year. I won't even say first year, but it was my first season playing like an actual baseball game. It's my first tournament. I had played baseball, but like not on a competitive scene, right? For me, my most memorable game time experience was my first able baseball hit on an actual game. It was such a dramatic way to remember. It was my first ever hit, and it was supposed to be a double. But when I was running towards...
Yeah, but you missed the base, man.
Come on, don't spoil.
Know how.
Don't spoil.
How do you miss the...
So basically, as Daniel said, I accidentally missed the first base. And for those listeners right now that doesn't play baseball, when running toward base, it is very important to step into it. And if you're aiming for more bases, you need to step over the base that comes before the base you're running for. So, for example, if you're on your way to second base, it is very important to step onto first base during the process. Because even if you reach second base, let's say safely, and miss the first base, technically you're not on any bases, right? And therefore, when the pitcher throws the ball into first base, you're technically out. And that is what basically happened to me. I got a good hit and was running towards second, but unfortunately, I don't know. I think I got so excited and I missed the first base, and yeah, technically I got out. But surely it is really something else to remember. What about you, Daniel?
My most memorable probably has to be outside of school baseball. It was probably softball. Yeah, the league isn't the best, but it was a close, tight game. We were losing. I go up. I hit the ball. It was a good hit. I knew it right off the bat, but I didn't know if it was a home run. And then just when it slightly got over, it was just like this adrenaline rush. All my teammates were cheering, and when I got home, I swear I couldn't sleep.
Whoa,
because of how much. Yeah, it was just the adrenaline was rushing. I just
never hit a home run. I've never hit a home run, and I don't think I will ever.
You'll get there, but you need to know your role. Those were some great. That was a great moment for me. I think it made me love the game more.
Thank you for catching and diving with us today as we dive into the game of baseball. Here we thank you everyone, and remember, success in and off the game is a result of hard work, dedication, and the ability to work well with others. Together we can achieve greatness. Let's continue to strive for excellence in all we do. Let's now go out there and make it happen. Let's work hard and play harder. Peace out, Diamond in the Rough. We are your hosts, Angelo
and Daniel.
Thanks for listening. Peace out.